Time for Sakura Co. Hopefully this cat won't be in the way too much. There's a cat right in front of me, just barely off camera. I did dig out the tea, so I've got it brewing over here. And let's see where we're going this month. I'm sorry. I'll try not to cough too much. I have bronchitis. All right. It says New Year's in Kamakura. That is a really pretty temple. And always right on top, we have a little watercolor postcard with something on the back. It says, Happy New Year to our Sakura Co family. For me, the New Year season is such a wonderful time in Japan. The country goes quiet for a few days as shops and businesses are closed, and people leave the big cities to return to their hometowns. And then on the 1st, the celebrations began with lanterns, bells, and an ambiance of renewed energy. In my family, as per tradition, we eat soba noodles on New Year's Eve called Toshokoshi, I think, that symbolize long life, and spend the holidays relaxing, playing games, and of course eating all sorts of wonderful snacks such as Machi and senbai. Once we've had our fill, we head to the local shrine for Hatsumoto. I don't know. Our first visit of the year. Warm up by the fire and decide on what goals we want to pursue. This month we are pleased to have partnered with the Kanagawa Prefecture government to bring you the flavors of this region that is steeped in tradition, and wish you all a wonderful 2022. Whew, okay, let's see where we get to start. It says Happy New Year from our family to yours. And it mentions that New Year's is the most important holiday in Japanese culture. A lot of traditions. Doesn't say a lot more. It kind of mirrored a lot of what was said in the first thing. So, Shonen Chigasakiya, crafting the perfect local snack. And it has a little spotlight on that company. It says Judai Takahashi is the second generation owner of the company, and it has his picture here. Symbol of the Shonen area is Eboshi Rock, which is shaped like a shark fin and features on the packaging, which is this picture here. And then it has some more information about the the snacks and the things from them. I swear. Maker highlight. Kamakurayama Rusk. Creating art with bread. And then it gives some pictures of art with bread. Gives a little spotlight on that company. I would read everything, but it would take way too long. All right, so the first thing we have is Yokohama Caramel Ring Cake. Let's see if we can find that in here. There it is. Oops. Throwing things at Harry over here. Did you see her tail flip through the screen on me? Here it is. A little sweets cake. Should always just have scissors handy when I do these. I swear. Make my life a lot easier. Sorry, the little packet is stuck to it. Jeez, I'm so sorry. I really wish I could stop coughing. It's kind of a spongy cake. It's a little sweet, but it's not super sweet. You would expect it being caramel being really sweet, but it's not. That's pretty good. All right, so the next thing it has is Matcha Cookies. Okay, I'm just going to move this to the side because it's rather large. Ooh, I see. Honestly, when I was digging for the tea, there was a few things in here that looked pretty good. Is this our Matcha Cookies? No, but that's on this page too. Here we go. That's cute packaging, isn't it? So sorry. It's by Yokohama Marine Foods. And it's just a matcha cookie. It's a little crispy wafer type. Looks like the corner's a little broken off of this one. In fact, I think it just fell into my slipper. Yep, it's a matcha flavor, all right. I don't mind matcha, but it's not my favorite. My daughter really loves matcha. It has a very earthy flavor, which sometimes I'm in the mood for, sometimes I'm not. But it's okay. It's not horrible by any means. If there's another one of those, though, I'll probably pass it along to her. Kevin's not big on any of these. All right, so the next thing we have is... Oh, there should be two things that look almost identical. Oh, there's the other one. Coco Sable? Sable? I don't know. S-A-B-L-E, and there's a little accent over the E. And there's also a butter version. So there's a chocolate and a butter of these little cookies. We'll go for chocolate first. This delicious, delicate cocoa butter sablé, I guess, is in the shape of a Japanese wild boar, or Enoshima, are respected for their courage, but are also a symbol of prosperity and tenacity. There's a little white wild boar. His little foot's in here still. It's a nice little cookie. Again, not very sweet. Definitely got some cocoa flavor. Kind of makes me think of Danish butter cookies as far as the level of sweet, which makes me wonder if this butter one's going to taste like a Danish butter cookie. A little bit. But I love those. So, those are both really good cookies. All right, I'll see what's next. We've gotten to our tea. There's a second tea bag I can show you. Yeah, there it is. All right, so here's our tea bag today. Pretty little. Reminds me of origami paper in the background. Sencha infused matcha. Made with organically grown tea. This blend features rich matcha cultivated by Mount Fuji for a rich but not overly bitter flavor. Sorry, I had to get my breathing under control for a second there. I thought I was going to cough again. Really struggling with this bronchitis crap. All right, let me take the bag out. It's steeped long enough. Oops. I almost missed my little tea bags holder. All right. Not bad. It is a little less bitter than some matchas can be. It's not bad at all. So the next thing we got is our non-food item. We got chopsticks. I saw these when I was digging out the tea bag and I was a little excited. Aren't they pretty? They actually kind of match my plates, my dinner plates. They're Sakura Petal Chopsticks. It's funny. Microwave and dishwasher friendly now. Well, yeah, there would. That would actually, they look bamboo. Crafted by Tanaka Hashi, which has been producing quality lacquered chopsticks since 1948. This beautiful set features the classic imagery of cherry blossoms in either red or blue. So there was two different options you could have gotten, and I got the blue one. But I minded red. That's my favorite color. That's okay. So the next thing we have is a Prefecture Spotlight. So it's going to give a lot of information about the prefecture that this box came from. Okay, the next thing we have is Shirazu Pie. It's this one. I feel like the word pie is very misleading in this case. Sorry. Shirazu are small juvenile fish that feature heavily in traditional Japanese cuisine and are a local specialty in Kanagawa. This Shirazu pie is made with rich buttery pastry that pairs perfectly with the delicate flavor of the fish. So this is savory. It's also broken. Ow, I bit my cheek. I get that flaky pastry part, but unless there just wasn't any on the edge, I don't taste the fish. So I mean, it's kind of more like a cookie than a pie. Yeah, it's slightly sweet. I'm not really getting a fishy taste, even though there is. Not bad. Not what I expected from the description, though. Okay. Oh, there's the savory part. I just got a little hint of it. All right, so the next thing. I saw these. They're there. Plum and shiso snacks. These delightful rice snacks are infused with the classic flavor pairing of shiso, Japanese basil, and dried plum. Traditionally, many fruits and vegetables were dried or pickled after the harvest to keep them preserved during the long winter, which makes sense. I mean, a lot of countries had to do that. They had to have some kind of pickling, drying, canning way to preserve foods because they wouldn't grow in the winter. All right, so they're just cute little puff balls. No, those are savory. Little salty. Interesting flavor. I haven't quite put my finger on what I think it tastes like, though. Not bad. All right. So the next thing we have... Oh, come on. Sorry, I'm trying not to drop things over here. I'm on my work desk, not my craft desk again. All right, this is our next one. Enoshima Taco Rice Cracker. Enoshima is a small island off the Shonan coast of Kanagawa that is famous for their fresh seafood. Get a taste of the local delicacy with this octopus rice cracker. Inspired by the food stand selling freshly grilled seafood. That could be interesting. I mean, I like shrimp crackers. Why not a octopus cracker? Oh, there's two thin little wafers in here. That wafery type. Oh, okay. That came off bigger than I thought. It's not a really strong flavor. It's good, though. It's almost like the shrimp crackers that you can get at Asian markets. There's a little bit of heat coming up at the end there. Okay, so the next thing... Oh, we need a spoon. So, the first thing we have... there's two jellies in here, but the first one is this one. Oh, this is different. Shonen Gold Citrus Jelly. You know, a lot of times when we get jellies, they're in the little cup. And this is in a pouch. I'm a little worried about this making a mess. Okay. This isn't very clean. It had some buttons in it. It's actually from last month? The month before? Month before, I think. Anyways, I'm not going to actually put the jelly into the bowl because I know the bowl isn't clean. But I can at least set the pouch in there so that it doesn't fall over on me. All right. That doesn't... There's a sticker here and I can't break the sticker. So, it's okay. I'll just... It folds over, and the spot to tear is right there. I just couldn't get to it. All right, so Shonen Gold Citrus Jelly. Let's try this again. The Sakura Co original jelly is made with shonen citrus fruit from the Kanagawa Prefecture, also known as golden oranges. This unique citrus has a refreshing and bright flavor. It's funny because it's still a very solid texture. Like if you see it just flops over. I guess I didn't have to worry about it spilling after all, but very much keeps its shape. That is a nice light citrus, like almost like a tangerine, but not quite as orangey. If that makes sense. It's pretty tasty. Okay. Oh, I forgot to show you the cup I was using today. I'm using Maleficent. Because I have bronchitis, I've been drinking a lot of tea, and that cup was already in here. I just kind of just rinsed it out a little bit from the previous tea and made this in it. All right, the next thing we have is dried persimmon Machi. I love Machi. And it's cute. Look, they're in little individuals, too. So it's not just a a big bag of them floating around, because that could be messy. A lot of times they're in a tray when they're in the container. These ones are in little individual bags. That's pretty good. And I see this one is vegetarian friendly, so that's cool. Those are really good. I really like those. Alright. The next thing is brown sugar Mochi. Isn't that a cute little packaging? There's this little elastic strings around it. And then you open this up like this. You know, you could actually reuse that to hold things in, like little things, paper clips or whatever, on your desk. And then it's got the little jelly in here. That is really cute. And now I'm thinking, I'm like, is there something I could use that for? I don't know. All right, let's try this brown sugar Mochi. It's a traditional dessert made from fermented wheat starch. This brown sugar version has a gentle sweetness that pairs perfectly with tea and is wrapped in beautiful New Year's packaging. Sorry, I'm just having a hard time getting this open. I've had this problem a couple of times lately where I can't get the, like, I tried to pull the tear thingy, but once it gets to the edge of the plastic dish, it just will not release. So then I have to fight my way into it. There we go. I really had to use my scissors for that. Oh, that was fun. I can't get that last little bit off. Go, let go, let go. There it goes. Now I feel like I have a mess on my hands. Luckily, there's napkins in here. And I was smart enough to grab one. Alright, where'd that spoon go? There's our spoon. It's kind of a nice, deep, caramely color that you would expect of something made out of brown sugar. And it's got that jelly texture. Isn't that just a pretty color? That is straight brown sugar. That is all you taste. That molassesy goodness of a brown sugar. That is what this tastes like. Well, that's pretty tasty. It's so different from the citrus one that's so light. And then this one's so heavy. With it being that brown sugar flavor. Alright, I need to get the brown sugar out of mine. Our next item is a fresh cream Bumpkuchen. These are the ones where they start with a rod and they put the batter on it a little bit at a time, and it makes, as they cook it, and so it makes these little rings of yumminess. It's a popular breakfast or afternoon tea cake. It's a layered German cake, and now more prevalent in Japan than in its native country, which I think is really funny. But it's amazing. If you really look, you can see all of those little layers. I've seen them make these. It's like there's a rod, and they put a little bit of batter on the rod, and they cook that, and then they just keep putting more batter on that rod as it goes around until it gets as thick as they want it to be. And then they slide it off and cut it into slices. I always love these Bumpkuchens. It's a nice, creamy, almost like a pound cake flavor, but not quite. It's good. That's what it is. All right. Next, we have soybean mochi. Now, this is the crunchy type, not the soft type. This one has a very interesting paper. Like, you can see the little hairs of the paper as it rips, like it's a handmade paper. And it's not super shiny. It's kind of cool. It's a cool wrapper. Alright, so here's what this guy looks like. You can see all the little soybeans on the back there. I guess there's some on the front. Very crispy. That's pretty good. I like it. Alright, so that just had. I think we're getting towards the end here. Yeah, because it's the same thing. I'm just going to try to put a few of these back in here. I'm running out of room on my desk. In my unfinished business, so to speak. Yeah, there's like 3 items left. So, the next thing we have is a berry shortcake roll. Now, this looks like one of the things they put in, was shown in that spotlight at the beginning about the making breads pretty, basically. That is exactly what it looks like. It's like, you can tell it's like a bread texture, but it's crispy. So, almost like a crouton. Sorry, berry shortcake rusk. That makes so much sense. I like it. Rusk is a popular tea snack in Japan, made from a twice-baked baguette with sweet or savory flavoring. This vibrant version features a lovely swirl and the rich, buttery flavors of a berry shortcake. Enjoy it with tea or coffee for the perfect afternoon snack. It does have a little bit of a sweetness. It's very good. Okay, and the last item is this chestnut red bean bread. Chestnut is a traditional flavor in Japan, enjoyed throughout the autumn and winter. That does not want to cut, rip, whatever. This fluffy baked bread is made with panettone yeast from Italy, slowly fermented for its rich flavor with no preservatives. That's interesting. And it's just this little, looks like just a roll, right? Doesn't look fancy, but then you open it up and you have that chestnut paste in the middle. It's pretty good. The bread's slightly sweet, but not super sweet. Kind of like a Hawaiian bread roll, but not quite. It's very tasty. So, hopefully, this video isn't too choppy. Between me coughing because of bronchitis, and I don't know why it won't record for more than a couple minutes at a time, and cutting me off. I hope I got everything in there. The rest of the booklet has more information. It has Explore Japan, Hatsumode, an important Japanese New Year tradition, and it has a picture, a couple of pictures really, and a little bit more information there about New Year. The Buddha that watches over Kamakura. It's really cool. There's more about the area and the history. Okay, so that is our box for this month. What did you think? What would you want to try out of this box? Personally, I always love the Bumpkuchen. I just do. The Machi was really good. I liked the citrus jelly more than the brown sugar. That brown sugar was very, very sweet. I really liked this little rice cake with the soy on it for a nice savory item. I always like the Bumpkuchen. I just do. These things are the best. I really love these. So, there we have it. I hope you all have a great and wonderful year.